Greetings and welcome to the channel. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle. In this reading, we're going to be tapping into the energy of what are people noticing about you. Always remember that this is a timeless reading, so whenever it comes across your newsfeed is when it is right for you. Also, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and don't let it take from you. We have 3 different groups to choose from. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Cast your gaze on the different groups, and I will see you inside. If you chose group number 1, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be tapping into the energy of what are people noticing about you. Group number 1. Always remember that this is a timeless reading, so whenever it comes across your feed is when it is right for you. Also, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and don't let it take from you. So group number 1, let's go ahead and dig into what people are noticing about you. So when I pulled this first card, I'm hearing that people, whether you know it or not, are calling you the GOAT, okay? Greatest of all time. Now, we're going to go ahead later on in the reading. We're going to pull more cards to see why it is that they're calling you the GOAT, okay? But let's not say but, let's say and or you could be exhibiting Capricorn-like tendencies. People are noticing that you are more about your money these days. There's something about your work ethic that is standing out to people right now. Now, this also could have something to do with the group that you hang out with. Maybe people aren't seeing you as much, or it could be that you could have cut some people out of the story here because you are trying to achieve something, some type of goal, something that is important to you. And that's what people are noticing about you. So with this Capricorn card, it says tenacious. Sometimes it's about putting in the effort. Congrats on the Capricorn-like hustle. Take a moonstone from the game mat. Actually, this card comes from a game that I purchased, and I wanted to use it for the readings here because I like the sayings on them. But people are noticing your game. Your cutoff game could be strong. Your focus game could be strong. Another thing so we're gonna do a what people are realizing about you, but there's some type of clarity that either you have had or that someone else has had about you. But we're gonna get into more of the clarity that you've had. There's something in regards to, again, Capricorn-like tendencies. In a chart, the 10th house, okay, that talks about, your career and your public standing, like how people see you in the public. People are noticing here that, I don't know if you've changed, I'm hearing that some of you could have been working on your brand or how you show yourself to the world, and people are noticing that that has changed or that is changing. And that could be bringing in maybe messages, from people, or people wanting to make a move professionally towards you, because what people are noticing about you is more in the way that you show yourself to the public. Now, if you aren't forward facing, meaning you're not in the public, this could just be how you're showing yourself to the world. I'm hearing, because we have the goat here, I'm hearing that people are noticing that you're standing more on business than you used to. Another thing that I'm getting here, what people are noticing about you, group number one, is that you may be very, very, very careful about the people that you allow in your circle. I'm hearing that you are starting to keep your circle small, and you're also keeping things closer to your chest with a smaller group of people, especially emotional things here. Because again, I'm getting that there's some type of mountain that you are climbing, group number one. I'm hearing that some people want to know how they can be in your inner circle. I'm also hearing that you could be keeping something close to your chest, maybe something that you are working on here. But people are noticing your hustle. What else are people noticing about my group number one? So I'm hearing something about higher ups or people that want some type of skill that you have. You could be receiving messages coming in regards to this because of something that you're working on now. If it's not something, a specific project that you're working on, the project is you, group number one. Because again, Capricorn rules that 10th house in, a birth chart. So there's something about your public standing. There's some type of epiphany that you have come to in regards to how you invest your time. And this is getting people to notice you here. People are noticing that your investment in yourself is starting to take root. Because what I'm hearing is that you are the type of person, group number one, that used to invest a lot in others here. But now you're taking your own advice. You're taking your own advice and you're putting those investments into yourself. It's like you came to some type of conclusion here. This is for others too. You came to some type of conclusion that maybe, instead of pouring into others' cups, that is probably best that you pour into your own cup for now. And that's what people are noticing about you. Yeah, people are definitely noticing your investment in yourself. What are people noticing about my group number one? Yeah, see, Queen of Pentacles. And Queen just doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be female. It's an energy here. It's like, look at this pentacle here. Look at what I have achieved. Capricorn is an earth sign. Queen of Pentacles is also earth here. So people are noticing that, again, there's something that you've been doing, that you've been investing in, group number one, that is starting to pay off. And again, people that are mainly noticing this could be people in your public arena. Because this is about how you are showing yourself here to the world, your public standing. Yeah, people are noticing because, okay, so first of all, we have two queens here. We have Queen of Earth here, and we have Queen of Air. People are noticing that you're less emotional in your dealings with them. Again, I don't know if this is a specific group of people that are noticing this, but people are noticing that we have this cup here, this cup of water, which talks about emotions. You got that caged. It's not like you don't have emotions, but for some of you, I'm feeling like you used to lead with your heart. And there could have been something happening or something that happened that showed you that continuously pouring into others is probably not the way to go. That could be a separate story for a lot of you. But people are noticing that you're more discerning. You're using your discernment more, and you're focusing again more on investing in you, investing in something that is for you. It's like people are noticing that you could have taken your love away from someone, meaning that you're holding back in regards to what you're giving others. You're holding back in regards to what you're giving others. And you're keeping it for yourself here. Now, with the Queen of Swords, there also could be a communication coming in, group number one. Because again, some people could want to know what you're working on. People are noticing that you're being secretive here. See how she has her crown chakra wrapped up here? Like where no one can get in there, and they're holding this bag here. They're keeping it to themselves. He has, or they have there's something that is coming up here, but all those seeds that they planted and invested in, it's underground. I'm hearing that people again are noticing that you are working on something, but they don't know what it is. But what people are seeing though, because I'm hearing for a lot of you, the investment was you. See how she has antlers? Like nature? The investment is you. And people I'm hearing that some of you have risen, okay? And you've started to understand your power. That's why we have this Ace of Swords here. I don't know why I'm hearing that someone could have tried to decrown you at some point in time, and you had to take a step back. But people are noticing that you're rising, group number one. That's what people are noticing about you. We also have the Seven of Wands here. Yeah, people are noticing that you have boundaries. For some of you, you didn't used to have boundaries. You used to have your cups open to every emotion that came through. I'm hearing that you could have been, manipulated by people close to you. because we got cups and we got all this water here and we got this group of people. But now what people are noticing what people are noticing is that you have become stronger in some way. If you look at this, sorry about that. If you look at this, their solar plexus here, this is your power center. It's like you've taken back your personal power and you're keeping it for yourself. Now, let's get one more card for what people are noticing about my group number 1. Yeah, people are noticing that you are more wise. I'm hearing, dang, they wised up. I got to go somewhere else to get my cups filled. People are noticing that you are investing in yourself and that you're keeping your energy for yourself, or there's something that you are working on that you have not given details about. I'm hearing that you used to be an open book, but there's something that happened in your life or in your circle that has made you put your heart here or your emotions in a cage behind something, meaning that you used to freely give out emotions to people. I'm hearing that you possibly used to overshare, but you don't do that anymore. It's like you're very, very, very discerning on who you get close to, because you're protecting some type of investment. And this investment could be you, or it could be something that you are working on, group number 1. And there's some type of enlightenment, okay, that you have received in regards to yourself and or other people. And that's why we have this 7 of Wands energy of things trying to get at you, but you're the GOAT though. You put in some type of effort. You've put in some type of effort into yourself here, or something that you're working on that people want to know about. But people are noticing that they can't take from you anymore. Even if that's trying to steal your ideas, because you are holding things close to your chest, and there's something that you've gained some type of strength here, and you're being called the GOAT. And that's what people are noticing about you, group number 1. Well, that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I'll see you again in the next reading. If you chose group number 2, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be tapping into the energy of what are people noticing about you, group number 2. Always remember that this is a timeless reading, so whenever it comes across your feed is when it is right for you. Also, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and don't let it take from you. So group number 2, what are people noticing about you? I'm hearing that you're appearing to be very, it's not appearing like it's fake, but people are noticing that you're very sparkly right now, group number 2. I'm hearing that people are noticing something in regards to your luck here. Now, I can't deny that we have 2 major arcana here. We have the Wheel, and we also have the Hanged Muse here. So group number 2, people are noticing that there's something good coming in for you here. Now, what I mean by that is some of you could have had I don't want to say a downfall, but when I look at this hanged muse, there could have been a time in your life where you didn't really know in which direction you needed to go in regards to a specific situation or just in general here. But what I'm saying here is being in this hanged muse position, surrendering, gave you a different perspective on something in your life. And there was a decision that you have yet to make, or a decision that you made that pretty much turned the wheel. It's almost as if you decided to get out of this hanged muse's position and go after something, whatever that is. And whatever this action is that you took, it has turned some type of wheel here. And what I'm hearing is luck is on your side. Now, what's interesting is that people notice this about you. But what I'm seeing, because I have this eye right here, people are noticing this about you. But the question is do you notice it about yourself? Do you notice it, in regards to your situation? So for group number 2, this is an invitation here to see yourself, see how powerful you are, because you do have luck on your side. Sagittarius here is ruled by Jupiter in expansion here. Let's go ahead and get into what people are noticing about my group number 2. What are people noticing about group number 2? Yeah, we have the sun here. Yeah, people are noticing something in regards to your happiness or expansion here. I mean, people are seeing you as someone who is bright, who is filled with potential. There could also, because we have the Knight of Voices here, there could be a message coming towards you, So I'm getting a side note here in regards to something possibly being revealed, group number 2, which is totally not what people are noticing about you, but it's coming through in the cards. What are people noticing about group number 2? So we got those eyes again. So we have an eye here, right? And we have an eye here. So what I'm seeing, group number 2, is what people are starting to notice about you, or what they're noticing again, is that there could have been a time where you were stuck in illusions here. Not really knowing which way to turn. I could hear that some of you, maybe you were indecisive in regards to a specific situation. But what people are noticing about you is that you're starting to be more focused, because we have the archer here, Sagittarius, shooting towards their goals, and we have this eye. Again, like maybe someone casted illusions and they made you believe something about yourself that wasn't true. But what people are starting to notice is that you don't believe that anymore. You're coming out of some type of, illusions here. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so we have the Knight of Voices and the King of Swords. So swords and air energy can talk about communication coming in, but it could also talk about mental, like our mind. People are see, if you look closely with the King of Swords, they are holding their own sword here. People are noticing that they can't, how can I say, you used to be easily persuadable, group number 2. Easily persuadable, where someone would say something to you and you would be hung up for days. I'm hearing someone say something like, what do they mean by that? Are they talking about me? But now what I'm seeing here is that you're holding your own sword. You're holding your own sword here. You're having more control over your own thoughts and how you speak to yourself. See how we have this halo here? It's like you're either blocking out other people's BS and what they have to say about you, and or you are filling your own cup in your own head with how you feel about you. And people are, starting to notice this here. Let's get some more cards in regards to what are people noticing about group number 2. We have the 3 of Cups. So what's so interesting here is we also got 3 of Cups in group number 1, but it's a totally different vibe. So if you had any confusion about which group to pick, that might be one for you. But people again are noticing that you're starting to take control. You're starting to take control over your own destiny. You're starting to take control over your own communication with yourself. You could also be starting to take control. I'm hearing that you used to use other people as a liaison, meaning, listening to what other people had to say about you or about other people, but now you're going directly to the source. This could also mean that you let other people tell you about your relationship with the Creator, and some of you could be coming up with your own thoughts about the Creator or how you create your own reality. You're not letting people tell you what to do anymore. See how these cups are all pouring into different directions, but we have this eye in the middle. What people are noticing about you again is that you've become more balanced here. Because we have this 3 of Cups where these are all going in different directions, but again, people are noticing that you have a goal now. It's like you have the power now. It's like you've taken the power away from someone else here. We have the Hermit card. And we have the Devil. What I'm seeing here, group number 2, is that people are again noticing. I'm hearing that people used to be able to turn you against you, making you feel, I don't know, like caught up on things that people are saying about you, or wondering, I'm hearing that some of you used to walk away from conversations wondering like, oh my God, was what I said silly? But now it's almost as if you have taken something and integrated it. I'm hearing that some of you could be shadow walkers, meaning that you have integrated, because we have the devil card here, you've integrated your shadow here. I think what was keeping you possibly stuck was maybe some of you hadn't fully integrated past situations that made you hide certain parts of yourself. But what people are noticing about you, group number 2, is that you're more at peace now. And you could be more at peace because you've taken the sword away from other people, meaning their words and the way that other people speak about you. And you are looking more into, it doesn't matter what other people think of me, it's what I think of me here. And again, there may be some times in your life or things that may have happened that you may not be so proud of, but a lot of you are coming into being at peace. Because you've targeted whatever that is that kept you discombobulated and not in your own power and hung up on what other people thought about you. Another side note that I'm getting, group number 2, is that others around you always saw your power, but you didn't see it. But there's something that you've done here that has allowed you to turn the wheel here. And it's not that you change things, but you've unlocked some type of luck here. Yeah, people are noticing that you've integrated something. Almost like people may have been targeting you in the past, but now you're not allowing people to target you. Because you've taken the sword back here, and this could be your own mind. People are noticing that you're beginning to be at peace with yourself and at peace with things that may have happened here that may have kept you in a negative state of mind. And people are noticing that that's the old you. And the new you has emerged or will be emerging as someone more wise, with more wisdom, and that has integrated your shadow. You see her dreads here, how the colors we got the purple and the pink and people are noticing that they can't. I'm hearing you having conversations with people because, swords talk about words, and, some people may have tried to bring things up in the past where it would make you shrink down and feel hung up and confused. But now, since you've integrated your shadow here, you stand strong and you're standing in peace. You could also not be so generous with people, group number 2. But that's what people are noticing about you. Well, that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle. I'll see you again in the next reading. If you chose group number 3, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be tapping into the energy of what are people noticing about you, group number 3. Always remember that this is a timeless reading. So whenever it comes across your feed is when it is right for you. And this is a general reading, so take what resonates and don't let it take from you, group number 3. So group number 3, what I'm getting here, what people are noticing about you is that you're holding back a lot more here. We have Cancer here. You could be a Cancer, you don't have to be, okay? The Cancer card says, sometimes intuition needs a little boost. Select one player and look at their hand. Group number 3, you could have intuitively looked at someone's hand, meaning that you could know someone or know something and you don't know how you know, okay? So for those of you who are watching this group, this is a call to action, that if there is something that you've been trying to figure out and you feel a little confused because the information that you have before your eyes isn't quite matching up here with what you're feeling, this is your invitation. And I'm hearing, it's not an alert because it's really not that serious, but if you had like an intuitive nudge to pull away or to move away from something, then this is your confirmation in this reading. What people are noticing about you, group number 3, is I'm hearing the song from, I can't even think of the name of the movie, but it's a cheerleader movie. And it has Gabrielle Union in it. And it has a cheerleading competition. And one of the cheerleaders, they sing a song and it says, "Brr, it's cold in here. It must be in the atmosphere." Someone's feeling that way about you. They're feeling that you may have turned a little cold towards them. This could also be a group. And the reason that you may have turned cold or probably need to start to pull away from this person or situation is because there's something that you feel, I don't know, I'm hearing moving funny here. So what people are noticing here, group number 3, is that you may be moving funny, but it's because they were moving funny here. But let's go ahead and get more cards in regards to what are people noticing about my group number 3. People are noticing that you are much more intuitive here than they thought you were going to be, or than they thought you were here. People are noticing that you're much more slow. You may be not returning people's calls as quick as you used to. You may be holding on to more information here as to where, again, you may have been quick to give away things here. What are people noticing about my group number 3? We have the 8 of Pentacles here. Yeah, people are noticing here, group number 3, that you're putting more work into yourself than you are with others at this time here. You could be working on a specific project. You could be working on yourself. People could also be noticing that you could be holding back on some type of effort that you used to give certain people in certain situations here. Dang. I'm hearing let the chips fall where they may here. People are noticing again that it's almost like you used to run up behind people and say, see, here's my worth. Where are you going? Here's my worth. But you're not doing that anymore. Group number 3. I'm hearing that's what we're not going to do anymore. Chasing other people down to show them your worth. Now, what people are noticing is that you're keeping it for yourself here, lighting your own flame here. And again, it could be because you got an intuitive message to pull back your energy for some reason here. Again, it could be, like I was saying, an intuitive nudge. Somebody could have been moving funny and you peeped that. What are people noticing about my group number 3? The Magician here. Yeah, see, this Magician talks about, Magician usually talks about manifestation and having all the tools you need to do what you need to do. But in this, I'm getting that there could be some disappointment in regards to other people because you peeped that they were moving funny and you stopped running up behind them trying to show them your worth here. You took you took your backpack and you said, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to pour into myself. I'm going to work on myself here. Because again, there's something that you know, group number 3, that you don't know how you know here. And this could be, again, how somebody was moving funny. Or someone tried to conceal an intention here. And someone notices that you know here. What are people noticing here about my group number 3? Yeah, people or someone's noticing that you're not the same with them anymore, that you're colder with them. And again, it could be because you don't trust them. And this is your confirmation here. Okay, what are people noticing about my group number 3? We have the 4 of emotions. What are people noticing about my group number 3? We have the 10 of materials. Okay, and we have at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, we got Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Materials, meaning that this is the Ace of Pentacles twice here. So this is a specific message. This person or these people could be someone in your community, or it could be somebody in your family here that is noticing that, someone could be thinking about what they did wrong here. And it's not you. This is you. You know something, group number 3. And that's why you put this armor on and this shell and you started holding back here. Because again, I'm feeling that there's something that was moving funny that caused you to start to move away from a situation. And it could have been reluctantly because you didn't want to, but someone's noticing that you're treating them differently here. And this could be, again, this could have something to do with some type of stability here. Or you are just simply working on your own stability. I'm seeing here someone thinking, how did they know? What are people noticing here? Yeah, Ten of Materials also talks about investments. It talks about legacy. Yeah, people are noticing here that instead of pouring into them or investing as a group in something, someone or people are noticing that you're putting this energy more into yourself because there's something that you peeped in regards to somebody moving funny in regards to some type of stability here. Don't doubt your intuition, group number 3. You can feel this through your skin. Let's go ahead and get a few more here, and then we're going to close out the reading. What are people noticing about group number 3? Yeah, there could have been something again that you invested in here. Group number 3 that you're leaving behind. We have the Knight of Pentacles twice. And all these people are left with maybe seeds that you have planted. Because what people are noticing is that you're pouring into yourself now. You're working on your own things now. I feel like this pile deserves its own reading here. Because there's something, group number 3, that you know. You don't know how you know. Some of you I'm hearing that you don't even know what it is that you know, but there's something in regards to you moving differently with someone or a group. And people are noticing this. Wondering, how do you know? How did you know to pull back? Let's get one more card, because I don't want to leave you guys like this. What are people noticing about group number 3? So I got 2 of Cups here in this deck, and then at the bottom of the deck I also have 2 of Cups here, okay? And then I have the 2 of Swords. What people are noticing about you, group number 3, is that you're not so easy to fool anymore. Because you started pouring into yourself and you started investing in yourself. People are noticing that you've taken your backpack and you've taken your pentacles and you started holding back with people because they were moving funny. And you are definitely not blind to people or relationships that take more than they give here. You're also beginning to look at the people that you form unions with much more closely here. And as you should, because your intuition, group number 3, is on point. Well, that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle. I'll see you again in the next reading.